Lawrence Welk lived a double life for 30 years, and no one knew until now. I always thought I understood him. The calm voice, the clean image, the safe kind of entertainment. But the truth? There was another side most people never saw. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Let me start with the version everyone knew. Lawrence Welk. Polite. Controlled. Almost predictable. The Lawrence Welk Show wasn't just a show. It was comfort. No controversy. No surprises. Families trusted it. And honestly, that's rare. But here's what caught me off guard. That image? It wasn't the full story. Not even close. Now go back. Before the suits. Before the orchestra. A farm. North Dakota. A large immigrant family. Hard work every single day. And I kept thinking, that kind of upbringing doesn't create softness. It creates discipline and pressure. Because when you grow up like that, you don't get to be two people. You just become what's expected. But something in him was different. Music. That's where it started. Not glamorous. Not easy. Just a way out. And slowly, he builds something. A band. A style. That signature sound, champagne music. Light. Smooth. Easy to listen to. And I used to think that's just who he was. But here's where things get interesting. Because while he presented this gentle, almost old-fashioned image, behind the scenes, he was sharp, very sharp, strict with his performers, controlled every detail, even how people behaved off camera. And I didn't expect that, because it means the softness we saw was carefully managed, not fake, but intentional. Now here's the part that feels like the double life. Not scandal, not something dramatic, something quieter. He was balancing two identities. On one side, the wholesome host America trusted. On the other, a businessman, a perfectionist, someone who knew exactly how to protect his brand. And protect it, he did, because television was changing fast. Edgy content, more risk, but he refused to follow that path. He stayed the same, even when it wasn't popular. And I kept thinking, that's not just tradition, that's strategy. Because by staying consistent, he became different. And different stands out. But it came at a cost. Because maintaining that image for decades, that's pressure. Constant pressure. No mistakes. No cracks. And from what people close to him said, he carried that weight quietly. Didn't show it. Didn't talk about it. Just kept going. Now jump forward. Years later, the show ends. The spotlight fades. And what's left? Not the character. The man. And this is where things feel different. Because without the cameras, he wasn't performing anymore. Still disciplined. Still structured. But softer in a real way. Less controlled. More present. And I think that's what people never fully understood. Because he didn't live a double life in the way we expect. He lived two roles. The one the world needed. And the one he actually was. And he kept them separate. For decades. And honestly, that takes a kind of strength people don't talk about. Because it's easy to be yourself. It's harder to be what millions expect. Every single day. And never break. And maybe that's the real story. Not a secret life. Not a hidden scandal. But a man who understood something early. That sometimes who you are and who the world needs you to be aren't the same thing. And somehow, Lawrence Welk managed to carry both for over 30 years. Without letting either one fall apart. And I don't know, that might be more impressive than anything we ever saw on screen.